The Saturday morning farmers market in Copper Ridge was usually peaceful, but today Malcolm Pierce noticed the trouble before it started. At 58 and carrying an extra 100 pounds from years of retirement, he'd grown used to being underestimated. The faded overalls and worn baseball cap completed the picture of a simple rancher buying supplies. Three young men in expensive streetwear were working their way through the market, radiating arrogance. Malcolm recognized the type immediately: the Vega crew, a gang that had been expanding their territory into rural areas, targeting isolated properties for drug operations. "Look at this fat old farmer," one of them said loudly, blocking Malcolm's path. His name was Rico. Local intelligence suggested he was the nephew of the gang's leader. "Takes up the whole aisle, doesn't he?" Malcolm adjusted his shopping basket, his expression remaining neutral. Years of commanding elite units had taught him when to engage and when to observe. This wasn't the time. "Excuse me, gentlemen," Malcolm said politely, trying to move around them. Rico stepped closer, deliberately bumping into Malcolm's shoulder. "Nah, I don't think so. You need to learn some respect, maybe do some push-ups, lose that gut." His friends laughed, recording the confrontation on their phones. The vendor, Maria Santos, watched nervously. The Vega gang had been pressuring local businesses for protection money, and nobody wanted to be their next target. "What's wrong, old man?" Rico sneered, shoving Malcolm's chest. "Too fat to fight back? Too scared?" Malcolm's eyes, which had seemed dull and tired moments before, sharpened for just an instant. He calculated distances, assessed threats, noted the concealed weapons in their waistbands. But he said nothing, simply stepping back. "That's what I thought," Rico laughed. "Just another soft old coward. This whole town's full of them." Malcolm completed his shopping in silence and returned to his ranch. But Maria Santos noticed something the gang members didn't: the way Malcolm moved despite his weight, the awareness in his eyes, the calculated calm that wasn't fear but something far more dangerous. That evening, she made a phone call to her brother, a retired sheriff's deputy. "Remember that name you mentioned once? Colonel Malcolm Pierce? I think he's living here." The deputy was quiet for a moment. "If that's who I think it is, those boys just poked a sleeping bear." Malcolm Pierce commanded the Ghost Battalion in 3 classified operations. They called him Anvil because everything that came against him got hammered flat. The Vega gang's mockery of Malcolm spread through their network like wildfire. The video went viral in local criminal circles, held up as proof that rural targets were soft and easy. Within a week, the gang escalated their operations, targeting 3 ranches in the area with intimidation tactics. Malcolm watched it all from his ranch, which sat on a strategic hilltop, overlooking the valley. His home office contained equipment that would surprise anyone who thought he was just a simple farmer.